Hey Tomcat, we're back today with a new panel of students here. Today we have a panel full of African American students, and we'll be talking about African American topics pertaining from the good, the bad, and the awesome. So today's, I'd like to introduce you to my panel. To my left,
Jerome Bacon, senior.
Magdalene Rogers, senior/junior.
Artisha Mosley, senior.
Emma Blackman, sophomore. Today we're going to be really diving into a lot of different Black issues, just as Jacob discussed. Right now we're going to start off talking about Beyonce's Formation, just how it was performed at the Super Bowl, and how just a couple days before she put out a music video for it. So just going around on the panel, have you guys seen Beyonce's music video for it, or have you heard the song, and what do you know about it?
Well, I heard it. It was pretty cool. Some people did get offended by it. I didn't get offended by it. I like it.
Personally, I have not heard the video, or seen it actually. But I do know a bit about it. I know that, like Maggie said, it created a bit of controversy. Me personally, I don't really see what the big deal about it is. I mean, it's music.
Yeah, I agree with Emma. The first time I seen it was in African American Honor Society, and it was, and I thought it was good. I think she touched on a lot of stereotypes, some that we embrace and some that we don't really like. So I feel like I don't have a problem with her singing the song. I would like to know the other side of the story as to why it was like that.
Me personally, when it comes to the song, I'm personally fine with the song and what she means by it and everything that she's saying. But there are some things that has been said before. It has been said about this song and talking about how her stereotypes that she talks about. But the stereotypes that she talks about are mostly true stereotypes that are given to African Americans, and it's just.
So you guys brought up an interesting topic about how there's a big controversy behind it. So right now I'm going to present to you a couple lyrics that I found pretty interesting about the song, that I think really highlight, I guess, kind of what it means to be Black and everything, and some of the stereotypes that she highlighted. And I want to hear some of your thoughts on it and maybe why some controversy came from it. The first one that really stood out was, I see it, I want it, I stunt it, yellow bone it, I dream it, I work hard, grind till I own it, I 12 them haters, albino alligators. She also brings in how Dartisha mentioned earlier, the stereotype of how she says, I got hot sauce in my bag, swag. How do you feel about some of these lyrics presented?
I like it because some people think it's ghetto, and people don't really use the word ghetto in the right term. And she just was being herself. I mean, I carry hot sauce and everything in my bag too, socks, everything. You know, you never know where you're going. I mean, I see Mexicans do it. I see white people, they carry everything with them too. So I feel like she said that for a reason. Like, we all have something about us. You know, people just make stupid remarks on things. So I like how she brought it up because, you know, it was funny and it was cute.
I think the song is a product of Black culture, honestly, because, I mean, who else is gonna understand that line, Jackson 5 nostrils? I mean, because it came from Michael Jackson and his group, and so I feel like the things that she was saying caters to our culture. It comes from our culture, so we understand it. And the things that she says about stereotypes and how Black women have hot sauce in their bag all the time. I mean, it's almost like a sarcastic remark to all the people who see what's so wrong about it.
I think you bring up a good point there, and before going around and getting the other opinions about it, I think you bring up a good point on how the song is really like a Black African American, like almost like a liberation song. Like, it shows the appreciation toward our culture and everything, and it does reference things that not everyone's really going to understand. I kind of wanted to ask your opinions on how you brought up the whole Jackson 5, that whole line of, I like my Negro nose and Jackson 5 nostrils. What do you guys think that means?
I mean, people make fun of us because of our nose, because I guess our nose is big. And I mean, Italian noses are big, so I mean, I I don't see why people like make fun of our nose, but I see why she said that she loves her nose, she loves the way she looks, and that's all to it.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, I 100% agree with that because I feel like there's certain physical aspects that people like to point out about certain races, and Beyonce, that line, that's her saying, you stereotype that you generalize a group of people based on one feature, and you just assume everyone has the same type of features. But I don't care. I like myself. I like the way I am, and I'm proud to be who I am.
Well, listening to everybody talking about these certain things and talking about the certain things that are said in Beyonce's song, I think about it in a completely different way. I think about it as, hold on, I kind of wrote it down. When I see certain stereotypes shown in this song, I see that these are stereotypes not given to us by other cultures. These are stereotypes given to us by our own culture, and this is something that has been going on for a really long time. Like, all of these words, all of these things, they've been said by our own race to each other, and then through that it went down to the other races, and going through the whole entire things. Like, if we want to go all the way back, it kind of starts with the N-word situation where it goes where, like, hey, why can't I say that word? And then that was what was going on because of the reason why the word was created and how demeaning it is to African American people. But then over time, African Americans start using it in their music. African Americans start using it in their plays, in their acting and everything. And so people just thought they can just automatically say it. So guess what? People say it now because we have allowed these certain things to happen. We've allowed these stereotypes to live on and stay the way that they are. And I feel like the reason why Beyonce has this song, the reason why Beyonce wrote this song, is to show that these are the stereotypes that you have created for yourself, and not what the stereotypes have that other cultures and races have given to us. I feel like that's the way that it is.
It's funny because, me myself, I'm not black, but when I was like, I love Beyonce.
I really didn't know that you want.
Oh my god, really? Oh my god.
Something told.
But I love Beyonce. And when I saw this video, I know it wasn't for me, and that's understandable. I still loved it either way. But I think why I loved it is because she's highlighting those stereotypes, but she's switching them, like the bad ones, she's switching them so that it's in a positive light. So this is something you should embrace. More people would make fun of it and be like, da 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 da. But to her, she's like, I'm proud of the stereotype, and even though people are going to have a negative connotation towards it, I'm proud. And it basically, for me, it felt like a big, like, black empowerment. Like, I'm comfortable in my skin, and I love my skin color. So to me, watching it, and not from that race, I felt like a little black myself. I'm like, I like this. I'm like, this is good. Like, I respect it. I'm like, this is really, really good.
You mentioned the word how you say you watched it, and I kind of wanted to transition into the whole topic of how this song was performed at the Super Bowl, an event that's watched pretty much like everywhere. Like, this is an event that every TV is pretty much turned into and everything. How do you feel that a song, as I guess how Maggie was bringing up, how different people were bringing up, how this can be considered controversial and everything? I know there's a lot of symbolism behind, like, lyrics matching up to the song as well as her performance, just how a lot of her dancers were compared to the Black Panthers, how one of the lyrics in her song saying, I like my baby hairs and baby hairs afros. If you notice, all the dancers, they were rocking their natural hair, something that as a black girl or a black person can be insecure about. How do you feel about that performance being aired on, like, national TV?
I loved it because not a lot of people do it, because nowadays there's a lot of African Americans that wear weave or stuff like that, and some African Americans are afraid to show that their hair is beautiful. It shows that Beyonce is not scared, and we all should take that from her. We're not scared to show how beautiful we are. We are all beautiful. Like, all lives matter, not just black lives. All lives matter. We're all beautiful in our own way, and God made us, and God's art is not ugly.
Amen. One thing that irritated me was the stuff that came after, especially with, like, Fox News, when they were reporting on the story and how, Beyonce shouldn't have performed the song at Super Bowl because Super Bowl is meant for entertainment, and if you bring something political, that's seen as, I'm not trying to watch that. You have the Super Bowl, I'm trying to watch a sport. And to me, that makes no sense, because if you look at Coldplay's performance, yeah, all like the rainbow, and it was spreading the
It's
LGBT.
easily associated that with
exactly.
being a political.
Exactly, and it just annoyed me how they were saying that it was such a bad thing because she had like Black Panther costumes. But if you look back in the history of Black Panthers, they weren't a terrorist group like everyone thinks they are. They're ideals from Malcolm X, and they only resorted toward violence if they needed to.
Mm-hmm.
Their main goal wasn't for violence, which everyone thinks they are. They were meant, if you're gonna step in our territory, you're gonna, push us around. We're gonna use violence if you use it towards us first. So that whole argument was just irritating to watch, like especially like whites, just be like, oh, these like Black people are coming to my Super Bowl and talking to me about Black issues. Like I just felt that very like ignorant and that.
Well, I think we all heard some really interesting points today. I think that a lot of it kind of leads into what we're going to talk about in our next episode. So thank you for watching this episode of Tomcat Talk. We'll come at you next time, again, just like I said, with an episode talking about stereotypes. Hope you enjoyed. There will be links and everything in the description.
See you guys.
Bye.